GBAMFS News Roundup, week of March 24th. The last few weeks have brought about some remarkable developments in the business world of gaming. Bobby Kotick, longtime and now former CEO of Activision, filed suit against Kotaku and Gizmodo, arms of the Geo media firm. Kotick was known for leading Activision, a major game developer and publisher, from near bankruptcy in the early 90s into becoming one of the most profitable video game publishing companies in the industry by the early 2000s. Kotick, who departed Activision in December 2023 following its acquisition by Microsoft, has alleged that union interference in brokering scandals, coupled with biased coverage from Kotaku et al., resulted in an unfair public perception of himself and contributed to pressure for him to leave his position as CEO. He has faced criticism over workplace culture issues, particularly following the 2021 lawsuits alleging harassment and misconduct at the company. Many of these claims were later withdrawn or found to lack credibility. The European Union has moved to tighten regulations around in-game currency purchases and mechanics that resemble gambling in some games. The EU's consumer protection watchdog has suggested that practices including direct-to-children advertising and pressure techniques, like suggesting parental purchases, be curtailed or restricted. In addition, the body recommends that clarity regarding purchases of in-game currency are had and consumers can be sure of what they're getting for their money. The Brotherhood commends the European Union's efforts to increase transparency and consumer awareness in this area. Ubisoft released the several times delayed Assassin's Creed Shadows title to mixed reactions amid widespread reports of high initial player counts. The title was mired in controversy due to allegations of insensitivity to Japanese culture, among other troubles involving technical shortcomings of the game. Some of the more noteworthy of these has been making the round in social media, including the game's sometimes failure to capture the player position accurately, allowing the player's character to fall through the floors in-game, among other issues. Ubisoft did make some updates to the game upon release intended to address Japanese concerns about destructibility of shrines featured in-game. Editorial note: GBAMFS did address this controversy on social media, indicating awareness of Japanese cultural sensitivities, and the apparent lack of attention on Ubisoft's part beforehand. We are pleased to see that action was taken to accommodate the unusually heightened mood surrounding the shrines in Japan. In spite of reported high player counts, the actual sales figures have not been shared by the company at this time. Many commentators have suggested this may be a sign of weak overall confidence in the realized market share of the game. In addition, Ubisoft made the dramatic announcement only yesterday that they would be spinning off several of their headline intellectual properties, including the Assassin's Creed series, into a newly created subsidiary funded in part by Tencent, the Chinese gaming giant. Industry watchers were not taken completely by surprise by the move, however, as sources close to Ubisoft, including one known to this organization, have reported that it was a make-or-break scenario for Shadows' release to be a resounding success. In view of the murky picture on sales, the move may be intended to forestall what was otherwise a looming bankruptcy for the company. The Snow White film, Disney's live-action adaptation of the beloved animated film, almost 90 years old today, has cratered at the box office. In its second weekend, its numbers are being reported as even lower than the first, which was opening weekend for the movie. The figures were beneath expectations and historical attendance for films of this type, and those released this time of year. It is widely expected this underperformance will result in an extremely modest take or net loss for Disney. Editorial commentary on this feature and its failings is planned for one of our future broadcasts. Thank you for tuning in to GBAMFS News Roundup. Your likes, comments, and subscriptions will help us to keep you informed on news gamers need to know.